So, Kim, you were talking about the importance of gut health, and that's something that I've been onto. I've been kind of getting more informed on that, and we worried about all the. So I'm looking at how to detoxify, right? And so I'm taking lots of things, some things from Brightcore and other things, and so is it really? Talk about the people are, as I am especially worried about the plastics that we're supposedly ingesting. Is that real? And is there anything you could do about it?
That's very real, Jimmy. Look how many people have been drinking water out of plastic bottles, and the plastic is getting thinner and thinner. It's not thick like it used to be. So more of these particles, these nanoparticles, are getting into our water supply that we're drinking every day. So people really need to stop drinking that kind of water. And yes, science has said, the research now says that people have up to 1 teaspoon of these nanoplastic particles in their brain. I don't know how much else we have throughout our body.
Really?
But these really disrupt our hormones. This is one of the reasons why guys are having problem with fertility. Estrogen, these plastics are acting like estrogens in our body. So not only are we having plastics in our brain and our own organs and everything, they're also disrupting our hormones. It's so bad, Jimmy.
And so what can we, so now a lot of those plastics, they also come from like your clothes or from carpets and things like that, right?
Oh yeah, from food wraps, from food containers. They're everywhere. We've just been inundated with plastics. Yes. So is there anything people can do to get that out of your body? Does your liver get rid of them? Do they go out in your kidneys? Or is there anything? Well, this is so new to everybody. The whole thing here is stop utilizing, stop wearing things that are petroleum-based, plastic-based, things. This all comes from petroleum, plastics from petroleum. Mm-hmm, right. So the whole thing is, 50 years ago when I started in this, I got rid of any polyester clothing. All I will wear is cotton and linens. Now, cotton is one of the most highly sprayed crops, but you've got to get the chemicals off your body. So you've got to start investigating what's clean, get simple, have common sense, don't drink out of plastic water bottles, get reverse osmosis, get some kind of cleanup for your water, and start carrying it in an old time thermos, steel thermos or something. We've got to change. We can't continue to just have all these conveniences that aren't really convenient because they're conveniently making us sicker. So we've got to change our mind on how we use things, how we eat, the whole 9 yards.
So now you talk about this thing called aflatoxins. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, you are.
So they're the most harmful toxic substances produced by how do you say that? Aspergillus?
Aspergillus molds. Yeah. Now these are, Jimmy, they are found in our air, in our water, on our crops like corn, peanuts, spices, tree nuts. And the way that they get there, they're one of the most harmful toxic substances that we can ingest. And people have been ingesting them for decades. Where are they? Why are they there? They are when you harvest crops too early, they retain moisture. Then they get stored in these silos where they're dark. There's very little airflow. And so what happens is mold develops. And these molds are so toxic. And then people have things like red eyes. They have nosebleeds, rashes, joint pain, muscle pain, fevers, coughing, headaches. These things could be causing those. And instead of running to the doctor with all these symptoms and having them give you, more drugs, just clean up the diet and understand that these things are very, very dangerous in our system. And one of the best things that we could do about it is clean up our gut with a wonderful fermented food, the king of fermented foods, which is kimchi, because they did a study that showed that if people took kimchi, it has these special unique properties to it, these special unique probiotics, Jimmy, that target and attack and kill this aflatoxin B1. And it does 81% is killed in 3 days, 72 hours. This is how powerful, when we pay attention to foods that really heal our gut and can heal our body. This is powerful food.
So you're talking
kimchi.
about so kimchi. So when I go to Erewhon, there's just a whole shelf of kimchi, different in glass jars, kimchi this, kimchi. And so kimchi's the big thing. Everybody talks about how that's a great probiotic, how that will improve your gut health. And you're saying that that will actually remove this aflatoxin stuff?
I'm not saying it. Science said it. They did studies, Jimmy. And it's funny you mentioned Erewhon. Erewhon, my teachers, Micho and Aveline Kushi and Cornelius and Herman Ahara, they helped start Erewhon.
Oh, no
back
kidding.
Way long time ago. And we had it in Boston where I studied. So I'm very familiar with Erewhon. Yes, but the thing is, Jimmy, that Americans have a hard time eating kimchi. Our taste buds, our smell. Kimchi has a very unique flavor and a very unique taste. So not everybody's going to eat kimchi every day. This has been used for centuries in Korea. And they think of it as their, healthcare act, if you will, keeps them healthy over there. They eat it at every meal almost. But yes, for people that will eat fermented foods and the king of fermented foods like kimchi, eating it like that, you're going to help your gut like that. But for the majority of people in America that have problems with the way kimchi tastes and smells, they don't want to try and make it. They don't want to buy it. Brightcore came up with a way to, handle it.
Well, I actually I started taking the kimchi because I'm one of those people who don't really like the way kimchi tastes. There's all different kinds of kimchis. Actually, I couldn't believe all the different. But
yes, there are.
But so I take the pills. I take it three times a day, and
you take the kimchi one. You take Brightcore's kimchi one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so that seems to be working for me, right? So it's good. I know I need a probiotic. And the kimchi works for me.
What do you notice, Jimmy, if I can ask? What do you notice after taking the kimchi?
Well, I would often feel after eating bloated, Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm imagining that or if it's real, but I don't feel as bloated. And, at my age, it's important to be regular. So I've noticed an increase in regularity. So what am I supposed to notice other things?
Well, yeah, but those are the first things people notice because kimchi is a pre-digested food. So it enables people that have problems with digestion, that have, acid reflux, that have all kinds of problems getting their digestion in. This really helps. So no, people, that's what they report. Gas, they don't have the gas they used to. They don't have the burping. They don't have the rotten egg smell that comes out because the kimchi is going in there. And actually, what it's doing is it is putting back the good bacteria in our guts. And most of us have an imbalanced bacteria count there, where we have an overgrowth of fungus, yeast, molds, and parasites, because of all the chemicals we've been ingesting in our food and our air and our water. So our gut is so out of balance that we must take and put in the good guys to help kill off the bad guys. And the bad guys are what is causing all of our problems in our body, because when you have an overabundance of all the bad guys, you have gas, bloating, you have your hair becoming brittle, your skin has rashes, your skin has psoriasis, your heart is affected, we have a gut to brain axis, we have cognitive problems, we have a gut to heart axis, we have heart problems, we have problems with diabetes, overweight, obesity, we have hormone problems. So all these things, health starts in the gut, sickness starts in the gut. When we have an overabundance of the bad guys, we have acid blood. Acid blood goes everywhere, affects all our organs, our tissues, our cells. So we need the good guys going in. And kimchi, because it has what I call the special ops forces, which are those special probiotics that are found in no other fermented foods. They go in and really attack and kill the most dangerous, like the aflatoxins and parasites. People don't realize what's going on in their gut. You know, with all these people that go around with big guts, they've got all kinds of critters growing in there that they don't want and they don't need, because that's giving them bad health, fatigue, can't sleep right. You know, these guys get active at night sometimes. They get most active at a full moon. So if you're feeling any kind of weirdness like that, that's what's going on inside the gut. So we need to clean the gut up. We need to eat foods like kimchi, Dore.
So now everybody in Hollywood.
Excuse me, Dore. I don't know where that came from.
No problem,
Jimmy.
everybody in Hollywood's taking Ozempic, right? And
yeah,
I make fun of it on stage, you know, about, you know, God forbid you do a sit up, but there's, you know, Ozempic was invented for people with serious medical problem, diabetes, right? And,
exactly.
And people are taking it who don't have it. And I did a story on it a few weeks ago that they're now finding out that people are going blind from taking Ozempic. That's for real.
That's for real.
And but kimchi, which that's what made me excited, because I'm taking the kimchi. Kimchi actually can help you with well, they did a double-blind study that it can help you with obesity and lowering your body mass index. Is that true?
That is true. They did the first randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled. They use lactose, which is a milk sugar, and single-center clinical trial. Okay, it was for 12 weeks. They had 90 participants. You had to be overweight and obese to participate. They ate kimchi capsules every single day. Okay, and this was published in 2024 in Journal of Functional Foods. The results showed that kimchi significantly reduced body weight. It significantly reduced body fat. It significantly reduced triglycerides and the bad cholesterol. It improved the gut microbiome. And their direct quote was, "Findings support daily kimchi consumption may alleviate obesity symptoms by regulating gut microbiota." This right here is proof in the pudding how important our gut is. It also enhances metabolic functions. What does that mean? Our metabolism speeds up. We're not sluggish. Our food can actually digest. We can get what we need out of it. It helps regulate blood sugar. And there's even been other studies out there, Jimmy, that show that even if you're not obese or overweight, your skin improves, your blood sugar improves, your cholesterol improves. After consuming kimchi for only 6 weeks. So an improved hair as well. There's so many studies on that. Hair growing back, volume increasing, and skin studies. So this is a really, really important thing. But, you know, the Ozempic, I wanted to add a little bit more to that, Jimmy. Not only are people going blind, but most of the people, I mean, I would encourage everybody, pick up the box and read the warning label first on any drug you're going to take. But read the warning label on Ozempic, because the majority of people taking this have GI problems, gut problems. This is amazing, because what it does is it slows down the digestion, and then you've got that sulfur buildup. You now have that rotten egg breath, rotten egg burps, rotten egg gas, nausea, bloating, dizziness, acid reflux, constipation, mood swings. You have fatigue and dehydration, hypoglycemia, and then a lot of people, but not the majority, but less than that, kidney damage, gallstones, pancreatitis, can even lead to thyroid cancer. And the other thing is, when you take this drug, you're losing up to 40% of your muscle, Jimmy. Now, as we age, we're losing muscle. So, I mean, really, you want to use this drug when you could take Kimchi 1 and improve your gut health and start losing your body mass and your waistline's reducing, and you don't have all these side effects? I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, I think, to figure out that there's a much better way than taking these drugs.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I tell people about the Ozempic and the side effects, and it's just like they don't want to hear it. Just like they don't want to hear when I tell them about the COVID shot. They don't want to hear it. They don't, yeah. And they don't realize that well, that's over. I'm like, no, we're actually in the middle of at least a 10-year experiment of what's going to happen to us with those COVID. We're the guinea pigs with those COVID shots.
That's right.
It takes 10 years to find out what's actually going to happen. And we're not even in the middle yet. But anyway.
No, and Jimmy, can I say this, please? People have to change their mindset that they've been indoctrinated with from Big Pharma.
Oh, yeah.
They have to understand that a drug cannot cure them. A drug does not get at the cause of the problem. A drug only can alter symptom and into another symptom. And then they're on more drugs. So they've got to change that mindset. It's not healthy. It doesn't work. And we've got a history of seeing how many people are on 10, 20 different drugs. When they get on that machine, they step in a dangerous area.
Well, I'm doing a lot of different things at once. One of them is that I quit smoking pot, right? That was a big one. And then I quit. I used to drink. I used to have 2 drinks a night with my dinner, and I stopped doing that about 2 months ago. So that's happening. I'm taking the kimchi. I'm taking the collagen. And I'm putting it in I take chia seeds too on top of it, right?
Oh, good. Fiber.
So, yeah, so that's good fiber. And that helps clean out the plastics and all the stuff that you don't want.
Yep.
So I'm because I'm getting older, so I gotta take care of myself. And I want to say thank you to you for for making those kimchi things and for being the pills, and because I don't like the taste of kimchi, and for being a sponsor. We almost lost our channel during COVID. They came at us. They said we were spreading misinformation. Oh, Facebook definitely demonetized us. I'm not even allowed to advertise on Facebook anymore. And that's why most of my friends in Hollywood hate me, because they kept putting fake, this is disinformation. This will cause vaccine hesitancy. Well, do you mean the truth will? Anyway, so I want to say thank you for being there for us and for being an advertiser on the show.
Well, you're most welcome. Thanks for having us. And I have to say, I'm looking at you right now, and I can see a difference in your skin since when we first started.
Get out of here.
No, get out of here. No, I'm serious. No, for real. And your hair looks a little different too. So I think things are working here, Jimmy. And you definitely don't have side effects from these things, right?
No, definitely. I was just talking to one of the executives over at Rumble, and he was telling me about he started taking the the collagen, and the
Revive collagen.
Yeah, he cannot stop. He's
yay.
He's like, what's funny is because he goes, I'm a smoker, so I'm low in collagen. So he takes it, he goes to replace the collagen I'm losing by smoke. And he said, my skin is better, my hair, everything. He said, I feel like a rush when I take it, which I didn't feel that. Remember he said that? That was funny. But anyway.
Well, he needs to get on our sweet wheat, Jimmy, because if he wants to get off smoking, I had a woman that worked for me that I put her on sweet wheat, and I made her brush her teeth with it too, because it removes bacteria. It's an antibacterial. It's organic wheatgrass juice. It's the first product I brought out. She stopped smoking in about 7 weeks. It just kept reducing and reducing, because what it does is it alters your pH. Smoking does. It makes your body and your blood very acidic. And of course, it's got all these chemicals that make it addictive. It's a hard thing to get rid of. But when you alter your pH and you put that sweet wheat in there, your pH is going to come back to more normal, and your body will not want and will just say no to cigarettes. So let him know about that, because I haven't done any shows anywhere on sweet wheat yet, but that's our first product, and it's been around for 27 years. So it must be helping some people.
And I also started doing this thing called oil pulling. And if you don't know what that is.
Yes, I know what that is. I did that years ago, decades ago.
So I'm doing that because I got the gum recession and all that. So I'm doing oil pulling.
Oh, Jimmy, brush your teeth with sweet wheat. This woman that worked for me, listen to this story. I'm going to tell you a story here.
Okay.
I was in Dallas. I was doing a live TV show. I had forgotten my toothbrush and toothpaste. There was a car picking me up at the hotel. We had to go. I was like, what am I going to do to brush my teeth? I looked at my sweetweed. I reached over, I wet my finger, dipped it in there because I knew it's antibacterial, started brushing my teeth with my finger. I thought, I hope this doesn't turn my enamel green because I'm doing live TV. But do you know what? My teeth felt cleaner than when I went to the dentist to get a cleaning, and I talked about it on TV. I came back, told her about it. She had orange teeth from the smoking, nonstop drinking of tea. She was getting ready to go get surgery on her gums because they were 8s, 9s, and 10s.
Yeah.
Okay, your teeth's about ready to fall out. So what happens then, she goes back. In a few months, the dentist says, your gums are down to like 7s and 8s. What are you doing? And then 6 and 7s. He canceled the surgery because her gums were growing back down. The bacteria was all going away. Okay, so anyway, let's get back on the kimchi bit. You got to try that for yourself.
So tell people about so tell people about, you have a special offer for the kimchi, which is nice. So tell people about that.
Okay, yes, for your listeners and viewers, if they go to mybreakcore.com /Jimmy and use code DORE, they can get 25% off. Or we prefer them to call in, and that is 888-253-0418, because we like to talk to people. We like to make sure this is right for them. And if they call 888-253-0418, then we're going to give you up to 50% off and free shipping. So call in 888-253-0418 and be one of the first 100 callers. We're also going to throw in a free bottle of vitamin D3. Again, that's 888-253-0418, Jimmy.
Okay, everybody make the call. All right. Kim, thanks again. I really appreciate your support of our show. It means a lot. I appreciate all the information you bring to our show also. And
thank you.
It's been helping me out a lot personally. So thanks again, and hope to talk to you again soon.
Same here, Jimmy. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Okay, let's take a break and we'll be right back.